You're live. Hey, YouTube, it's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This is a Bruce Willis marathon that I'm doing. I'm going to mix it up with other live commentaries this month, and this one is of the 2010 movie. And yes, he does star in this movie. This is not a supporting role. Red, yeah, the first Red. I'm going to do this one and then the sequel in a couple more days. This is an awesome movie. I saw this in the theater on Halloween in 2010. Great older cast. You got Morgan Freeman, Helen Mirren, John Malkovich, who steals the show, and the always lovely Mary Louise Parker. Yeah, way better than Binto, I'll say that. So let's get started. If you haven't seen this movie, you can stream it. It's really good, and it's a very good Bruce Willis movie, one of his best of the 2010s. Done by Summit Entertainment. It's about 111 minutes. Hi, Little Sims. Hi, John Avenger fan 2021. It's about an hour and 51 minutes, so close to 2 hours. A DC property, by the way. So those of you who wanted me to do a DC movie, this is one of them. It's not a superhero movie, but it's a DC from DC Comics. I didn't even know until I saw it in the theater. And it's very underrated. Like, it got good reviews when it came out and it was a hit, but some people don't talk about this movie. And they said Bruce Willis hasn't done a movie in over a decade. Well, this one was good. And so was the second one, even though it's not as good. Why don't they make a Red 3? Because Willis retired, so it won't be the same without him. Unless it's a spinoff, it won't be the same. Because, without him, you can't do another Die Hard. You can't do another Red movie. You just can't. It's like doing a Terminator without Arnold, and look what happened. Salvation had its moments, but it just wasn't the same without Arnold. On the topic of Bruce Willis, how does the Casbah look in your opinion? I haven't seen it. I heard it was dumb. Carl Urban's in this movie, Dredd himself, and the guy from The Boys, which I haven't seen, but I'm going to watch it this year. I got 2 seasons to get through before the next season airs on streams on Amazon Prime in June. Willis was a good actor, man. I miss him. Screw Emily Blunt. I hope her career ends before it even gets started. Brian Cox is in this. He plays a Russian. Yeah, I'm going to miss that face, man. It's not like he's dead, but, Julian McMahon is in the movie. You have a cameo from Ernest Borgnine. I met. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. And also Richard Dreyfuss. This movie has some great actors in it. It's like The Expendables, but with actors that were not really action stars. James Remar's in this. And Robert Schwenke did this He directed this movie. We haven't seen each other in a while. Well, you don't see me, Little Sim. You mean you haven't heard from me? There's Mary Louise Parker. Oh, my God. Yeah. That woman is almost 60 years old, right? Let me see. And she's absolutely gorgeous, man. She's a very wholesome woman. And I love that. Let me see how old she is. She has these big, friendly eyes and, expressive eyes. And also, she has a soft voice. And she did Weeds. I've never seen Weeds because I don't smoke weed. Yeah, she's 50. She's going to be 60 in 2 years. She's going to be 58. Gorgeous woman, man. Absolutely gorgeous. Do you think that Fairly Odd Parents reboot is unnecessary? Yes, because the last couple of seasons of the show wasn't that great with the dog and with that girl Chloe. Yeah, Mary Louise Parker, August 2nd, 1964. So when she did this, she was like in her 40s. Adorable. She's doing a movie called Seneca on the creation of earthquakes. She's mostly a TV actress. I've only seen her in a couple of films, but it's so good. It's a drama, and she's also working with John Malkovich. A look at the relationship between Seneca and Nero, the infamous emperor he mentored since childhood and who accused him of plotting his assassination. Julian Sands, ugh. But at least this movie, we always have this movie and the second one. The second one I also saw in theaters. Mostly a lot of old people went to go see this because they knew these actors when they were young. I think the SpongeBob first movie is kind of overrated. Overrated. I just did a podcast on it. I don't know if you joined, but I loved seeing that movie again. It makes me laugh my ass off. I watched it and I was like laughing harder than I did the first time around. There's a Christmas decorations. Yeah, Christmas is in July soon, but Hey, I wanted to do this early because Willis just retired. He has a couple of films coming out that he finished before he retired, and that's all we're gonna get from him. It's too bad too because such a great career since the '80s. You saw there's a snowman. I'm not talking about SpongeBob here. This is about Bruce Willis because I want to do not all of his films. I did most of the Die Hard movies except for the first one. I'll wait for that one. And Last Boy Scout I haven't done yet, or Last Man Standing, or Hostage. I want to do that one. I try to do that one next week. Robert Swinkie, yeah. I really do appreciate this movie for what it did. And it's a PG-13, which is a rare feat for Bruce Willis. He doesn't do a lot of PG-13 movies. Did you see The Devil Wears Prada? No, I refuse to watch it. She is a pariah. Emily Blunt is a pariah. At the end of the first movie, and Patrick are under a lamp and they're dying. Really, Nickelodeon? It was for its time. At least Nickelodeon had the balls to try to kill them off. Yeah, I know. No, you're not. Mary Louise Parker is not. She's adorable. I love. I'm not either. Is she married? Let me see, because she's adorable. I would love to meet her at a Comic Con. She could sign this DVD or the second one because, yeah, it's good to have women that you would normally not see in an action movie because we don't see her in a lot of action films. Because I'm sick and tired of like Sandra Bullock, Emily Blunt, these people that are not for me. She won a primetime Emmy, yeah, and a Golden Globe for Angels in America. She is not married. She has two kids. Her partner was Billy Crudup. Hey, I'll date you. I don't care. Which good actors are overrated in your opinion? Denzel Washington. I don't know what it is. I just can't get into his films. I like The Siege and Two Guns, but it's not because of him. It's because of the action and the other characters. She's reading romance novels, yeah. So this is kind of like the Lost City, except it's actually funny. John Malkovich is off his rocker in this movie. It's fun to watch. Love Savage Street Secret because Robert Schwenke went on to do R.I.P.D. and that was horrible. That had horrendous CGI. Ryan Reynolds looks bored, and it's not good. It's like a dated movie. It feels like a bad ripoff of Men in Black. It really does. Here's when the action kicks in. Wanted to wear my new hat that I got last month. What happened to your old computer? It broke. I overheated it and it wouldn't turn on, and I had to get rid of it. It was for the best. This computer's way better. I had a lot of problems with that. I had a lot of problems with it. Just doing a stream, it would just like crash after 20 minutes because it was old. This is a Chromebook. It's way better. Look how bright my room is. Here we go. And look, it's an action. I can see it. I can see it. What a concept. I can see the action. I bet when Bruce Willis, once he's retired next year fully, they'll do a marathon of his films in the theater at like the Film Forum or at the Alamo Draft House. What was it called? Robert Swanky, right? How do you spell it? Let me see. Uh, Schwenke. I know this guy can direct. The first movie that I discovered you was here, or the disaster movie Rant. Yeah, that was on my old channel. Would you want to see Denzel in Star Wars? No, he's too old. It's too late. We already had Giancarlo Esposito, and he's a much better villain in Mando because he's too old. He's like in his 60s now. It's too late, too little, too late. He's going to think that it's Shakespeare, and I'm sorry. Not everything you touch needs to be like that. Yeah, he was born in Germany, in Stuttgart, Germany. He's also directed. Yes, I know he directed Snake Eyes, but again, that wasn't his fault. He got a bad film editor and bad writers. If he had just done that movie on his own, it would not have been as bad. He also did a Legion, which was I was not a fan of. I thought it was the worst of the Divergent movies, but again, not his fault. Bad writing. He also did Insurgent. I thought that was a pretty good sequel for what it was. He also did Flight Pan and The Time Traveler's Wife, and yeah, he's a hit and miss director. But I do like Red. I think Red is his best film. Snake Eyes, that wasn't his fault. It's not his fault. He had to direct a movie that was 8 years too late. You know, they wanted to do a Snake Eyes movie with a different actor that can act instead of getting Ray Park back and not doing it well. Who Semi-automatics in the middle of the night too. Yep, Bang Bang. Red 2 was directed by Dean Parasot. Yeah, let me see what he's done. Kansas City. Is Disaster Movie worse than Henry Danger? Yes, it is. It doesn't have a plot. Oh, this guy directed Galaxy Quest, Dean Parasot, the director of Red 2. He also did the last Bill and Ted movie. He did episodes of Justified, Grace and Frankie, uh, Dirk Gently's Santa Clarita's Diet, The Good Wife, Modern Family. He's done a lot of TV mostly. Corona. Ooh, I don't want to hear that word again when this pandemic is over. Yeah. Mm, it's me. See, she has these big expressive eyes. How has she not got an Oscar nomination yet? Because she hasn't done a art film. Because Jessica Chastain just won, and I'm very happy about that. At least Henry Danger doesn't have any parodies of characters. No, it's just not needed. So Robert Swanke's doing another movie with her and with John Malkovich. It's a drama, but maybe I'll watch it. Because people don't like the show Weeds. I don't know. And that was when weed was illegal. Now you can smoke it anywhere almost. Mm. At least Willis has done it all. He didn't win an Oscar, but he did get some nominations for awards. He taped up her lips. Hey, I wish Emily Blunt was taped up for the entire movie. That would have been much more appealing in Looper or in Jungle Cruise because she just talks way too much and yells. Here's the thing, Bentos. You don't need to yell to be dramatic. Ask Jessica Chastain. She didn't have to yell in that movie in Tammy Faye, and I haven't seen it because I'm not a fan of the source material. I don't, of the. Why does super movies have to be 2 hours? Because they think that they can make the movies too long. I'm like, get to the point, guys. This movie's under 2 hours. There's Carl Urban. Yep. I don't know why in The Boys he has a beard. I heard he's different in the comics, but I want to watch The Boys for Erin Moriarty because I just want her so badly. She is so yummy. He's wearing gloves. Yeah, a lot of people did that during COVID. Yeah, too bad Dread never got a sequel, man. Dread really needed a sequel or like a Netflix show or something. They're trying to work on a stream show for the Dread movie, but again, man, it's taking too long. And Urban's still doing The Boys, so he didn't get Dread 2, so they gave him The Boys. There's the Capitol building. Hmm. Put some of this on my face. It's gonna sting, but I gotta use it. Ah, I got a rash on my face. Ugh, it stings, man. But I have to do it because my face has been hurt. New Orleans, Louisiana. Again, Emily Blunt should have been taped up because the duct tape that the Riddler has and the Batman. Oh God, I wish he could just wrap it around her face. She's a horse face, guys. Seriously, I don't know what they were thinking casting her and everything. She's not badass. Live Die Repeat flopped. Get over it. It flopped in the U.S. because people weren't ready for it. Tom Cruise is Ethan Hunt. He's not some robot Halo suit thing that they try to do in that movie. Thoughts on Victoria Justice? She's cute. Mm, yeah, they are. They're brown and they're expressive and they're not dead inside. Like these Bentos, they just have these dead eyes. Gemma Chan and all these other, they have no soul in those eyes. They're just dead weight of Hollywood. What's your thoughts on New iCarly? I haven't seen it, so I'm not saying anything. And there's Morgan Freeman. Yep, Oscar winning actor Morgan Freeman. Yeah, he's kind of like a Bill Cosby here because he's looking at a woman's ass. Yeah, I don't like what they do to his character at the end, though. I thought that was just unnecessary. I know they want to have stakes, but letting me back in, I didn't let you back in. These other guys did. The other John Avenger did. I didn't do a thing because I didn't do it. Yeah, what's the name of that actress that's in the movie? Yeah, Rebecca Pigeon. Yeah, she's attractive. A nursing home. Yeah, my grandmother's in that over there in Florida, but she's doing okay. At least she's safe. Yeah, she was born in Massachusetts. She was also in the Winslow Boy, Heist, State in Maine, Bird Box. Oh yeah, she worked with Sandra Bullock. I haven't seen that because it was a stupid premise. Hmm. Yeah, they got some really good actors here. They didn't get any Liam Hemsworth or Robert Pattinson here. They got a bunch of old school actors, middle aged to senior citizens. They can actually act. Again, suck it, Ryan Johnson. You don't know how to use old actors in your movies. Yeah, John Avenger fan 2021. He was the one that let you free live Little Sims, not me. I didn't do anything because I want to do these podcasts without having a discussion about it. Mm-hmm. Mm. We're about 20 minutes in, and we've already had an action scene. Yeah, I know, Bruce Willis. You told us on social media you're done because he can't communicate anymore. He has a problem with his brain that. Hmm, rest home. Yeah, and I missed him in the sequel. And this instead in the sequel, you got the Asian guy that was Storm Shadow in the GI, the watchable GI Joe movies, and you had Catherine Zeta Jones. But then there were people you didn't need. You didn't need Anthony Hopkins. I'm sorry. It was so predictable he was going to be the villain. I mean, come on, he's writing on the walls. Yeah, so predictable. But we'll get to that when I get to Red 2. Hmm. Yeah, I thought Carl Urban was the villain. He's not. He's just a side character, like an anti-hero in the movie. And I love brunettes, guys. I know you guys have heard that before, but yeah, brunettes are my thing. Not fake blondes or redheads. I do like them, but there's a certain kind that I like. My favorite kind of women are brunettes. Natural brown or black hair. Yep, they injected her. She's very pale too, but in a good way. Yeah, that's what they did to my arm last year when I got my Pfizer, and earlier this year when I got my Moderna. What would your reaction be? I don't know. Miles is going to be in the next movie. I know. It's fun for a PG-13 to do a lot of stuff right in this movie. Yep, because we thought Carl Urban was the villain, but there's a twist at the end of the movie that you don't see coming. It will be cool to Miles to be in Avengers Endgame. It's already happened. It won't be there. Yeah, white male because Carl Urban is not tan. I should eat something. Let me eat an apple. Ah, British flag. Yeah. At least Urban is from New Zealand and not from the UK. Coca Cola. Yeah, there's some product placement in the movie. I could put this on backwards. It won't itch as much. Yeah. Spirit. Sometimes John doesn't feel interested in answering the question. I won't. I bet he didn't even see this movie yet because he's 14. So that's what kind of movies you can watch by yourself. Because when you're 18, you can watch R-rated movies like Die Hard. Hmm. New York City. Or 13, so you just made it. So you could barely watch a movie like this by yourself, or The Batman. But even that's not for kids. They said that's a strong PG-13. Yeah, I had hair because Bruce Willis shaved his head in the 2000s and kept it bald throughout most of it and the 2010s. Now we know why he made so many direct-to-video and direct-to-streaming movies, because brain damage, guys. You know, when your brain's not the same, you do weird stuff. Trust me. Thanks to the isolation, I had to do whatever it took to get through it. Whatever it was, I had to go back and rewatch my movies and my TV shows. Chinatown, ooh, that did not age well, especially what's happening in the world now. All this Asian hate, I don't get it. A gong, was that really necessary? You get it, it's Chinatown. I was there just 2 months ago. There's the duct tape again. Yep. Yeah, again, that's the Riddler's job. And if everyone asks in the chat, yes, I'm going to see the Batman, but not in the theater. It'll be on HBO Max in 2 weeks. I'll watch it then. But I am not doing a podcast. It's too long, and I don't want to hear. I know this Asian actress. She did a TV show back in the 90s. You'll be 13 and you'll be 14 in August. I love doing these podcasts. It's early, that's why I don't have a lot of people watching it, but Washington Square Park, I've been there. Yeah, I went to Chinatown just 2 months ago when they had their New Year's, Lunar New Year's outside. They did a celebration, and that was great. I got to see dragons and people taking pictures and dancers. It was great. I know John Cena does. He thought Taiwan wasn't a real country. It is, Cena. Look it up. Because I know what an Asian country is. Not all of them are China. Every time my parents look at an Asian, they say, hey, look, a Chinese person. Again, sometimes they're not Chinese. You got to respect the culture that they're from. It's a good movie. It's a good looking movie, too. For 12 years old, it looks better than some movies that came out this year. Like Morbius, which was, you could tell that movie was shelved. It was supposed to come out years ago. The Elm Street movies, I'm not going to rank them until Halloween because I haven't done a podcast for any of those. I don't have the films anymore. I had the first four, and they were stolen from me. And never owned Nightmare 5 or Freddy's Dead or New Nightmare I had. Tell you what, I'm planning on making a Zendaya DVD collection. That's fine. I'm gonna do Zapped, but I'm gonna do it in like the summertime. Excuse me, because I'm booked with most of the podcasts I'm doing for April and May. CIA headquarters. Yep. Mm. She has little bangs. I like little bangs. Oh yeah, this is Ernest Borgnine. This is like right a few years before he passed away. There he is. Yeah, didn't know he was in this movie. Are the Ninja Turtles profitable characters? Yeah, when done right. Red. Yeah, you were too, Ernest. We miss you, man. We miss you a lot. Baby Boy movie. I didn't see that movie yet. Yeah, thanks, Ernest Borgnine. You were a treasure, man. We miss you a lot. He did voice acting. He did a Christmas movie called Grandpa for Christmas. He was good in that. Now that we're going to Pensacola, Florida. Yeah, a lot of my family lives in Florida. The Eliminator. It's fun. The movie is very fast paced. We're almost an hour in, and a lot has happened. There's been a couple of shootouts and a chase scene. So this is like near the bayou of Florida, like near the Everglades. Yeah. Hmm. There he is. Hey, I don't like him. Yeah, Malkovich is always fun to watch. Yeah. Yeah, he's nuts in a lot of his movies, but he's fun to watch. That's it. It's not a knife, it's like a machete. Yeah, I love that little stuffed pig that he has, that he plays around with. Yeah, he's nuts in the movie, but he's great to watch. His hideout is inside of a car. That's hilarious. He's great. He's very resourceful. Yeah, Malkovich. Yeah, I've always liked him as an actor because he's done things out of the ordinary. I mean, when you have a movie named after you, John Malkovich, then you know you've made it in this industry. People don't feel comfortable answering questions. Yeah, because he thinks this is a Q&A. It's not. I'm watching a movie. I'm doing a commentary for it. I know. He's right about this. The world became digital after the pandemic happened. So, well, during the pandemic, what do you think people were doing? TikTok, Zoom calls, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. They'll find anything, any outlet to get away from the real world. And yeah, I get it. Even my Switch got me through a lot of the pandemic. I know. Hmm. LSD. Yeah, that's what James Cameron has been on since he did Avatar. I mean, I don't know what that was that he directed, but that was the biggest LSD trip I've ever seen on film. That made so much money, and I don't get it. Why do you think the world sucks right now? Because people are mean to each other, and prices are going up, and the theaters are haven't had a good movie in a while. We're finally going to get Sonic 2 in 2 days, so I know. Yeah, you have the situation in Ukraine, and then you have China, and people just slapping each other at the Oscars. I mean, when is it going to end? He's getting the pig. This pig is so cute. It's not a real pig; it's a stuffed pig. It's a pink pig. That's the pig is the pig is so cute. He takes it with him. Yeah, I do. Are you going to put Little Sims in the timeout since he's asking so many questions? Not right now. If he starts getting annoying, then I'll mute him because I don't want to answer questions right now. This movie's long enough. There's one F bomb in this movie, so just like the Batman, Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, my aunt is from Alabama. Yeah, I have a white aunt. I know. I got a very diverse family. What can I say? Well, she look. Wow, he has a handgun. Geesh. When do you think Sonic 3 will be released? In about 2 years. Yeah, Malkovich is just crazy. Pig. Yeah, that pig is great. That pig is so cute. It's not even a character in the movie, and that little pig has more personality than any of these bentos I've sat through in the past year. I'm dead serious because it's a cute pig with its mouth open. This movie's funny, man. It's funny, and they don't have to do the ha ha. Like it's unexpected comedy, which is the best kind of comedy when you don't see it coming. It's just funnier than when you see a joke coming from a mile away. Do I plan on doing a hate commentary on the Amazing Spider-Man? No, because it's not the anniversary this year. The first one, I don't own it, so if I don't own it and it's not on Disney Plus, I'm not gonna buy. I did one for Superman 4 and Pixels last year. James Remar was recently in Black Lightning. This has a hell of a cast. Like Helen Mirren doesn't come until almost an hour into the movie because she was doing other films at the time. So she was only available for like an extended cameo in the second half. Ooh, yep, they're shooting at him. You see, Malkovich is not as nuts as they think he is. Hmm. I wonder why they make Casey undercover on TV. Oh yeah, I love this. This is like the scene in Falcon and the Winter Soldier when uh what was it? I love that. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier when Emily Van Camp and them are running from those terrorists. Yeah, her, that's awesome. That was awesome. I love that. That's straight out of that's a Punisher death right there. See, it's a strong PG-13. This is not a kids movie. Look at that. That's awesome. He hit the grenade. Yeah, again. I love the physics in this movie. There it is. Yeah, see, the redhead was packing heat. She had a grenade launcher. Man, what is this? A Resident Evil game? I love this. Old man, my ass. I love this. Watch this slow mo. Yeah, again, Zack Snyder, take notes. This is how you do a DC movie without making it 3 hours long. Again, suck it for that. 3 hours. The Snyder Cut was great, but it didn't need to be that long. It could have been an hour shorter. Who's that redheaded chick? She's cute for a plus. Look, watch this. He shoots the bullet. It goes through. It blows up the grenade and it kills. That's great. I'm loving this again. Watching this again. Watch. Here's the line. Oh man, my ass. Yuck. That's great. That's a great one-liner. That is not a Q&A. It's a commentary. He's not going to answer questions right now. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just ignoring him because he's a kiddo. Anybody under 18 is a kiddo. Even the kids in Stranger Things are older than him. Yeah. Let me see who that redhead was. The physics, yeah, makes no freaking sense. But it's an action movie. I could suspend disbelief. It's Here it is. Audrey Wasilewski. Yeah. Is that really necessary? What's really necessary? She was in Mad Men, Big Love, My Life as a Teenage Robot. She's a voice actress mostly. She's Dinah in Alice in Wonderland's Wonder Bakery, yeah. And she's also in a movie called The Road to Galena. She's mostly done voice acting, but she's cute. You know, she has a good voice. It's another drama. After seeing Looper, this is a breath of fresh air. This movie is like the same running time as Looper, and it's way better. It's way more action packed. It's got a better cast. It doesn't have painful accents in it. He's saying that you usually answer questions on other commentaries, but not on this one because again, he's just asking me a question every 2 seconds. It's annoying. Frank Moses. You saw it's in Russian. Ooh, it's a lot of stuff from this movie that has aged poorly because of the world, the political world we live in. There's also Russians in the second movie as well, but we'll get to that. It's sad when Brian Cox can do a better Russian accent than Rachel Weisz, Binto, and what's his name? Uh, Ray Winstone. Ray Winstone wasn't even trying. He's saying that usually. Yeah, I already answered that. There's Brian Cox. I just saw The Ringer yesterday. At least my blister healed. That's why I haven't done a commentary for a couple days because it was hurting me, man. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I had to do it. I couldn't deal with it. I'm sorry. I need a break for the next 5 minutes. Just I wish Josh was in this podcast. He'll share it on Facebook later. You flipped him. That's why I don't drink. I don't want to damage my brain. I can live the rest of my life sober, and my brain will never take a hit. Yeah, it's not a Q and A. It's an actor. It's a freaking commentary. You talk about the film or something interesting. Not let's do a Q and A. No. What just happened? I just muted him for at least 5 minutes. I needed to. I'm tired, guys. I just got up from my slumber. I need to. What? How hot is it today? It's like in the 50s because it's warm. It's warm down. It's pretty humid. It's 51 degrees. Humidity 53. Sometimes people need a timeout, especially when you're 13. You're not even in freaking high school yet. Go do something more productive than bothering me. I remember I didn't unblock him. That was somebody else that did that, not me. I, Here we go. Now we're in Langley, Virginia. Can we get back to the comment? You don't care if he came back. Well, I didn't want to hear him. He just every 2 seconds, this. Calm down, man. Was I like that when I was 13? No, I didn't even have a computer when I was 13. I'm not going to block him again. If he starts again, I'm just going to ignore him and just pretend that he doesn't exist. That's what I got to do in these chats. Some people are assholes that come here, especially these people that are spam and that I've never even heard of. I know who my real friends are, like Darius and Josh and Tevya. Yeah, those are people that have been following me for a long time on Facebook or whatever. Yeah, I know you're your friend. You just started going to my podcast, John Avenger Fan 2021. But the thing is, you're not giving me a Q&A every 2 seconds. It's a good movie. I still enjoy this movie. I got to see this in the theater, and I had a great time. I was laughing and I clapped at the end. Even the old people that saw this movie were clapping, and they usually don't clap for anything unless it's an old movie from. Yeah, Robert Swanky. He should do an MCU movie. He's done DC, so why not do an MCU movie? Don't do a Snake Eyes sequel. Nobody cares about Henry Golding. Nobody cares. He sucked in freaking in The Gentleman, and he sucked as Snake Eyes. Ray Park didn't have to say a word. He was a better Snake Eyes. Never said one word. He just nodded or did some flips or killed somebody. That's how you do the character justice. Not make him be an asshole that punches women. Yeah. Kiss my ass movie. Snake Eyes. That's why I didn't see it. And I don't want to see a movie like this with the camera shaking. I want to see what's going on. You see me? Steady cam. No one wants to see a movie shaking the damn camera like you're having a seizure. That's awesome. I'm going to miss that about Bruce Willis. So physical. Especially in the first Die Hard, man. It, yeah, no. And tomorrow I'm not seeing Moon Knight in at 3 in the morning. I'm gonna wait. I want to rest. I woke up. I slept late for nothing last Wednesday. I know. Now who's gonna replace Bruce Willis? Nobody will. Don't do a Die Hard on Disney Plus. Disney, I'm begging you, don't do it. You did Home Alone, and look what happened. You did a Home Alone without Macaulay Culkin, and it was horrible. It wasn't like 3 and 4 were any better. Yeah, yeah. That's the end of his screen time on his board night. I'm glad he got to be in a hit film before he passed away. We miss him, man. I really do miss him. And I know he did. What was it? Barnacle. What was it called? Barnacle Boy, Mermaid Man. Yeah, he did Mermaid Man, but then he passed away. Oh, what a body slam! This fight is pretty physical. Yeah, he beats the hell out of Carl Urban. It's like, yeah. Was he good as Bones in the Star Trek movies? Yeah. Yep. Gecko chop, baby. This is a very physical fight for a PG-13. People say PG-13 is for kids. No, it's not for kids. There's more product placement. Another Coca-Cola machine. Yeah. Coke must have spent a fortune just trying to product this. Wow, they're doing wrestling moves. See, Willis could act. I don't know why they didn't give him another chance, man. It's just all that brain damage from hits, shots to the head, and drinking. Yeah, the soundtrack is awesome, man. It's a very physical fight. Ooh, man. This is a very physical fight. I hope the Batman is like this. He throws a freaking drawer file on him. Oh my god, that's awesome. People just jump through glass and they don't get cut up or nothing. It's like, yeah, Well, this is a comic book movie, so not a superhero movie, but a comic book movie. So this movie's enjoyable, guys. This is a breath of fresh air after what Looper put me through. Once the little kid was doing X-Men powers, I was out. I'm like, Looper was not a comic book movie. This is. So having him have telekinetic powers, it made no freaking sense. It just came out of nowhere. Powerade, yeah. Again, why can't Michael Bay do a movie like this? I don't know. Because Michael Bay is just off his rocker. I mean, by this time he was doing the third Transformers movie. There's a Bleach, yeah. Acetone. It's gonna blow up, right? Hail America. Watch. This is great. That's awesome. Carl Urban is not the bad guy in this movie. You think he would be the bad guy, but he's not. I've seen that guy before. It's 11 o'clock already. Yeah, we're almost an hour into the movie. We still got another 40, 50 minutes. Yeah, you saw John Malkovich has a thing in his nose. Yeah, I want to have fun. I do these commentaries for my amusement. You guys are just part of the plot. You know, you're here to observe and say something about the film. Say you like it or you don't like it. Just say something. This is when the group is all together. The only one missing is Helen Mirren, and she doesn't do anything until the third act. But she's in the film at least. At least Bruce. Yeah, stop taking things so seriously. Life's too short, man. When you get to high school, then we'll talk. We'll probably get to high school at the in the fall of 2022. Hell yeah, buddy. Yeah, Red 3 won't be the same without Bruce Willis. If you try to do it without him, it won't work. Unless it's a spin-off, it won't work. Man, Carl Urban got messed up, man. Oh my god. He looked like he was in a car accident. Yes, a case is undercover. There's no DVDs because Disney is freaking lazy. They'll remake every movie, yet they won't release their good shows and good movies on DVD. Yeah, yeah, man. Carl Urban got fucked up in this movie, man. Eagle's Nest. Uh, This is a fun movie. You know, I'm glad this got a sequel, and and if we never get a Red 3, at least we got a second one. Chesapeake MD. Yeah. A comic book movie doesn't mean it needs to be over 2 hours long. I praise any comic book movie or superhero movie that's under 2 hours. There's Helen Mirren, about an hour into the movie. Told you. It's about 59 minutes in. Oscar winning actress for the Queen. Yes, sir. Gonna do ignore to the life commentary. Live, not life. I haven't seen the movie Life yet with the movie with Eddie Murphy or the one with Ryan Reynolds. She has a semi-automatic. Yeah. There's Malkovich looking through the window. Mm, beautiful straight hair. I love it. Yeah, she's still a good-looking woman for her 70s. Yeah, she's still a good actress. Yeah, and say I hate all Brits. No, I don't. Mirren is a legend, guys. Oscar winner, just like Morgan Freeman. Malkovich got an Oscar nomination as well. We know, but not till the third act because she. Are you going to block Little Sims again? No, don't care. I'm just going to keep on going. We're almost done with the movie, and I don't have time to clickbait. I'm surprised she hasn't done a Harry Potter movie or a Fantastic Beasts because has the voice for it. She did a Harry Potter game show where she was the host and the kids were in the four different houses: Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and the Hufflepuff. It was pretty good. For not being a casual Harry Potter fan, it was a fun show. And yes, I'm seeing Secrets of Dumbledore. I want to watch it with my sister because I haven't seen a movie with her in the theater in years. So, hmm, hmm. At least her voice is nice and soft. It's not loud like some of these Bentos that are younger, like 30 years younger than Helen Mirren. At least she has a nice soft voice like this. It's not loud and crazy like Keira Knightley in Pirates. Oh my god, that just gives me a headache. And your stiletto live stream, what did you mean come after Little Sim? No, it was just, again, it was too much. He stressed me out, and I said that out of anger. I'm not going to come after anybody. I'm not like that. I'm not a hitman. Sometimes you got to roll with the punches. That's what I'm doing. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. You probably didn't even get vaccinated. I did 3 times so I can live. I'm not ready to die, guys. I still got vein of blood flowing through my veins. You would think that a British woman in this movie would bother me, but she doesn't. She's acting in this movie. She's not. She's over the top in the second movie, but that's only because the second movie is more cartoonish. But it's still fun. At least she does something in the movie. She's not like. See, Carl Urban has a family too. He's not the villain in this movie. You would think he was. I kind of thought he was in the theater, but I was like, no, he's not the villain here. How does Under the Silver Lake look in your opinion? It was directed by the guy who did It Follows. I haven't seen the movie yet. There she is. She's a sniper. Oh yeah, he pretends to be an African uh, diplomat or something like that. Yeah. Well, Morgan Freeman did play Nelson Mandela, so in a movie. There's Richard Dreyfuss. Yeah, good accent, man. You get these actors. Yeah, they're wearing coats. It must have been cold outside. Yeah, girl time. Just talking. Francis. It's Francis, but I thought his name was Frank. But, ooh, that's a Do you give Chloe Grace Moretz a C or a C minus? C minus because she doesn't pick good movies anymore. She hasn't done a film like this. It's like after Kick Ass, she's like, nope, I want to do a bunch of crap now. Hugo was like the last movie I saw with her in the theater, and I was like, yeah, that was good because Scorsese directed the shit out of her, and she's not even British in the movie. But then after that, it's like, let me do Kick Ass 2 and Tom and Jerry and November Criminals. Yeah, it's just, it's not her filmography is not for me. His name is Baptiste. That's French. I love that suit. Yeah, surcharges. That's what Disney does in everything that they sell you. I agree, John Villanova, but I think you're just trying to get them to hate you by demanding his attention. I'm not going to give you attention. You're a kid. This is a movie for adults, not for kids. 13 is just barely, you barely can watch this in the theater. Take that. It's funny to see Richard Dreyfuss old here because I saw him in Jaws when I was a kid. That's the first movie I saw him in. And then What About Bob and Close Encounters and a bunch of other stuff. I'm the same age as Classic Film Collector. What? What? Brian Cox. Sanctioned. When did the how long is the Queen? Because it's probably like 3 hours. Because those period pieces are usually like 3 hours long. 2006, yeah, not 2016. Uh, an hour and 43 minutes. Oh, it's pretty short. The Queen. I thought it was going to be 30. Are you? I'm 21. Well, so you're an adult. Good. Yeah, 21 is a lot older than 13 or 14. Yeah, bitch slapped. Yep, just like Will Smith. Yeah, I got one in there. Yeah, you saw he's wearing plastic. John Malkovich is Home Depot. Yep. Yeah, you're 21. So again, you're an adult. Welcome to adulthood. Sims doesn't have he's not going to get to adulthood until almost the next decade. 14, yeah. So in 7 years from now, yeah, no, they're not going to burn his face. This is not an R-rated movie. No way, D. No way, D. Yeah, I don't want to see Richard Dreyfuss, a legend like him, getting burnt. Yikes. Let me check my Gmail. So yeah, I'm shocked that the Queen is only an hour and 43 minutes. That's pretty short. Because other period pieces like Elizabeth II or whatever, or the first, that movie's like 3 hours long. Yeah, there's only an hour and 43 minutes. That's short. I don't live in Guatemala. Elizabeth. No, 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 no sound. No sound. I don't want to get a copyright infringement. That was an old fashioned happy face emoji. In your case, you didn't notice. Yeah, I noticed it. Okay. Elizabeth the First. Here it is. Is it this one? No, that's the Elizabeth movie with Kate Blanchett, right? Yeah, that this one is only 2 hours and 4 minutes, but there's one with Judy Dench that's like 3 hours long. That's a DC reference. There's a Plastic Man in DC, so that's a nice reference to the. I don't understand why these commentaries are not for kids because it's a PG-13 movie. That doesn't mean children under the age of 13 because this has a lot of violence and blood and a lot of curse words and there's an F-bomb in this movie. I'm not kidding. Because a lot of the films he does podcasts for are not for kids. And even when they're for kids, I'm not a kid-friendly channel. Just kids shouldn't be watching my channel right now. I don't have kids yet. Let me see. She did a Queen movie. I know she did. Let's see. Nine, Angelina Ballerina, Pride and Prejudice, Iris, Chocolate, Shakespeare in Love, Hamlet, Henry V. I think it was Shakespeare in Love, but even that movie's too long. Home on the Range, Jane Eyre, Skyfall, Philomene. Yeah, I think it was Shakespeare in the Park. I mean, Shakespeare in Love. Yeah, I think it was Shakespeare in Love. That movie's also way too long. Because period pieces have to make them 2 hours. I'm shocked the Queen is only an hour and 43 minutes because that's short compared to other movies I had to sit through. What is Zendaya's most underrated movie? I don't know. Smallfoot. I haven't even seen that yet. Yeah, 2 hours and 3 minutes. So yeah, she did play the Queen Elizabeth in Shakespeare in the Park. But I mean, Shakespeare in Love, not Shakespeare in the Park. Let me shut this off for now. Movie's almost over, so not really. All PG-13 movies per se are. Some of them are like the Dark Knight trilogy, fall closer to an R rating. Yeah, exactly. They're not. Does this look like a kids movie? It's not. This is why Pixar never does a PG-13 movie because they had content now that's not even for kids, like gyrating and talking about period blood. Are Shrek the Third and Shrek Forever After underrated? Yeah, they are. I like those movies. They're not terrible. They're better than Turning Red because they know what they are. They're over the top cartoons. They're not. Let's make a 3 hour movie. I got to take this off. I'm hot. I'm getting hot. I don't know why it's warm today. Hold on. Take this off. So freaking hot. My Toon Squad shirt. Yeah, it's getting warm outside. It's not hot anymore. It's not cold anymore. It's like in the mid 50s now. Sorry about that, but gotta do this. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I feel much better. Yeah, this was not necessary. Killing off Morgan Freeman was not a good idea because he doesn't come back in the sequel, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. So that was the movie she did, but Shakespeare in Love, yeah, it's 2 hours and 4 minutes, and I think Hamlet is like 4 hours or something like that. Because, like I said, these people do period pieces and they feel long. They feel like a long Broadway show. Good stunt work. That wasn't Mary Louise Parker. That was another actress. Opinion on Micah Monroe. She's gorgeous. And it follows the scene that she's in the bathroom with her panties. I'm like, yum. She's like the less known Brie Larson. I like your shirt. Thanks, John Avenger fan. I got it last year when the new Space Jam came out, and I loved it. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to do a podcast for Space Jam and Space Jam 2 once I own them. Why are you being nice to classic film and John Avenger fan? Yeah, I'm gonna just shut him off. I can't do this anymore. Just hide this user. I have to do this because I can't do this anymore. Joe, G.I. Joe. Yeah, I had to do it. I don't know who unblocked him, but he should have stayed blocked. I don't need any rude customers here. If you're underage, don't come to this podcast. Not meant for children. I specifically put it in every live stream that I do. This is not for kids, and kids are between the ages of infancy to to at least 17. If you're under that age, don't even come here. It's not kid friendly. Trust me. I'm like a Miyazaki movie. I'm not. The gloves are off, man. Yeah, I had to mute him. I had to hide his comments. I can't take it anymore. He just won't be civil. So I told him just don't show up because I'd rather have Josh here. And Josh is in his 20s. Yes, I know. Have you seen Sleepaway Camp? Yeah, except for the fourth one. I told him he said he could come back. Yeah, but like I said, if he's going to be rude, I don't want him on here. Period. He should have known that when I started last year, I didn't know he was a kid. If he was like 18, I would say, okay, you're being stupid, but I get it. But you're a kid. It's like bringing kids to see the Batman. I'm like, yeah, if they're not 17 or 18 with an adult, I don't think they need to be there because, like I said, you're gonna just there's things age appropriate, and this is not a show. This is not my podcasts are not for kids. Even my YouTube videos are not, especially when I'm angry. 13 means teenager. Yeah, but you're still a kid. By law, you're not tried as an adult. That's how I do things around here. 13 is not a man, it's a boy. It's a little boy. I was 13 once, and again, I did some dumb things, but I didn't go on the internet complaining in a chat because chats barely existed back then. Yeah, you got to be appropriate. If you're not going to talk about the film, then you don't belong here, or talk about something interesting. People don't know the difference between a Q&A and a live stream, a live commentary over a movie that I've seen several times. They're in my house. There's a Christmas tree. 13 is a minor. Yeah. You're a minor if you're until you're 17 or 18. In some states 16. But like I said, I'm not getting involved with minors. I'm not that kind of person. Male or female or whatever you are. Yeah. Be adult. This is a live stream for adults. Get that through your heads. 18 is at least a young adult. 21, full adult. 19, 20, yeah, it's also pretty young adult. But 13, no, you're a kiddo. But goodbye. Zendaya came on your live stream. I would love that. I welcome her. She's not a kiddo anymore. 10 years ago, she was. Now she's a grown ass woman and can be a woman. Millie Bobby Brown ain't no woman. She's only 18. She just turned 18. She still can't drink or go into certain places. So once you're 21, then you're a full adult. Then the life goes on. Is the game of life really begins. I know it did for me. There's his family. At least his kids don't have superpowers, Looper. And Robert Schwenke's still a better director than Rian Johnson. He's less divisive, and I would sit through any of his films over any. I'd rather sit through R.I.P.D. again than sit through Looper, because as bad as it is, at least I can laugh at how bad the effects are. And Ryan Reynolds, while he's asleep at least Jeff Bridges is having fun. "13 is a minor. I should have never allowed anybody under 13 in this podcast. No one under the age of 18. 17, maybe I'll be lenient, but for 13 or 14, no, you're a kiddo. Josh was 14 once, but that was a long time ago. That was like a decade ago, before we knew each other. What do you see in Karen Gillan? You don't see in other Scottish actresses. There's gorgeous hair, and she has a sweet little face, and she doesn't sound like Shrek or the girl from Brave as much. And she does a lot of things that I enjoy, which is more than I can say. Because Kelly McDonald, I haven't seen Train Spotting because I heard it's horrifying, and I saw Brave, and her accent, it's there. Her poofy hair's nice, but that's the animators that did that. Yeah, I fight for me own hand. I'm like, no. It's either going to make me laugh or just make me cringe. It depends. I've never seen Braveheart, so I got to see that one day. Network 98 is kind of a young one, too. I don't know, but he's been on my chats before, and he was more respectable than Little Sims. He's not 13. He can't be. Let's see. We're about an hour and 23 minutes in. We're almost done. We got about 20-some minutes left. Got to stretch a little bit. It's hard to do these podcasts when the movie's over almost 2 hours long. Drink some water. I need a break. I fight for my own hand. Yeah, sounds like something that belongs in a Pirates movie. Yeah, or in Braveheart. But yeah, it is cool because I can actually see the chat. Because like I said, there's some people in the chat are just weird. They'll just say anything that's on their ground. I'm like, this is being monitored, right? By YouTube. You can't say weird stuff because they'll retract your comments. You can't just say whatever you want. You can't. You have to have a filter. You got to know when to talk and when to, observe. Yeah, if you're Rambo. Opinion on Steven Glickman. Steven Glickman? I don't know who that is. Chicago. That's very patriotic. Vice President Stanton, played by an Australian actor, Julian McMahon, Dr. Doom from the first two Fantastic Four movies that Fox did. The ones that are watchable compared to the 2015 movie. Hmm. A white coat. I like that white dress. It's nice. While this is not a Mission Impossible movie, it's still pretty good. No, he's a Canadian American actor and comedian, best known for Big Time Rush, Shrek the Musical, and Storks. Okay, I think that lady's a Canadian actress. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, Julian McMahon. He comes an hour and 26 minutes into the film. Yeah, even when I do a kids movie, I am I'm still not. It's not going to be as kid friendly as you think it is. That's why people need to pay attention to what the people that are on YouTube that are. Some of them are kid friendly, some of them are not. Would you want to see Amy Poehler, Tina Fey, or Kristen Wiig in the MCU? Either one of them, especially Kristen Wiig, because her voice is so sexy, man. I could hear that woman talk about anything. Yeah, Biden was a vice president once, and then he became president. So I'm not going to get political here, though, guys, because it's not a political movie. Not mostly, it's not. Just the third act is. It will be. Once Sonic the Hedgehog 2 comes out, even though you're Australian, which would make no sense. Hmm. She has beautiful blonde hair. At least she has her hair still. Yeah, Brian Cox is also Scottish. Who would you have cast as Jelena? Again, Natalie Lind, because she looks just like her, and yet she's a better actress. Which has worse animation, Planishing or Food Fight? They both have terrible animation. Food Fight was made in the 2000s, though, so they have the excuse to be dated. Bad animation. He's spraying everybody. And Helen Mirren, I know, is going to be in Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods. At least I'm looking forward to that. Thing is, it's coming out in December. December, again, just like when Spider Man came out last year in December. At least Planet Sheen Animation had some effort. Yeah, I thought Asifa was a cute looking design, but it was just weird. Yes, I like seeing old actors that have actually had long, lengthy careers do something like this. It's different. Carl Urban's been in a lot of action movies before this, or sci-fi, like like Star Trek. Yes. And I'm glad that Brian Cox was not the villain because it would have been predictable. What's up, Iron Lantern? You just made it to the third act of this movie. I'm doing red. I'm sorry I didn't do this at 12, but yeah, I was having issues. Not technical issues, just in the chat. Also, as for Planishing, why did they make an alien version of Carl that was kind of lazy? Yeah, because again, they wanted to remind you that it's not Jimmy Neutron, but they had the same voice actors. Are there any positives about Henry Danger? Well, I think the girls are cute in the show. Some of the girls that are in it, like the black girl, she's cute. Yeah, this is awesome. Helen Mirren with a machine gun. Never thought we would ever see that, huh? That's awesome. All this gunshot, and there's no cops around. Oh, plot convenience. But yeah, it's a movie, guys. I'm not watching a documentary on gun safety. It's a film. I can suspend my disbelief. Even the Sherman and Harry Styles are in "Don't Worry, Darling." Are you at least satisfied that aren't in that movie? No, I just any Binto. I'm like, no, be gone. Like Little Sims, just be gone. Don't bother me again. Because it's like I said, it's not for me. Do Spider-Man villains work without Spider-Man? No, not in a movie. It's failed twice now with Morbius and with Venom. Yep, a pen that blows things up. Who saw that coming? Yeah, there's only a few minutes left of the movie. I'm glad because my knees are starting to hurt. That's why I can't do a 3 hour podcast down here. It's just too long. I need to stretch my legs. So it's a long movie, but it's not that long. It's not too long. Tom Holland is a bento, so why do you hate him? He's not a bento. It's bento, not bento, because he's a good-looking kid that can act, and he's very talented. He has a lot of potential, and I don't know. He just doesn't annoy me in a movie. He doesn't scream half of his dialogue like Robert Pattinson does or these other people. Yeah, Helen Mirren's great in this movie. I'm really glad that they gave her something to do in the third act. Yeah, they're packing heat. They almost have as much gun violence in a movie like this than they do in an R-rated movie. The guy, the YouTuber Lambo Rock Strikes Back, little was talking about Lambo. Who's Lambo? Is a bento. It's bento, Binto, not bento. Like this. There. I haven't used the chat in a while. Yeah, see, she got shot but didn't die. Lambo Rock Strikes Back is a YouTuber from England. Never heard of him. So, see, she's bleeding, and it's not from where you think it is. It's from the side. See, she gets hurt in this movie. Do you plan on checking out his channel? Well, if it has content that I like, I just hope it's not annoying. Like I subscribed to Walk Culture and what's it Simon from from Walk Culture because he's funny. He can make me laugh. If you can make me laugh, that he loves Marvel, DC, and Star Wars like you. He also really loves anything animated. Well, I'll look for. Yeah, this is great. This is John Malkovich with a bomb. He's like the Joker. I'm gonna blow you up. Ah! What's his name? Lambo Rock Strikes Back. I'll check out his channel after I'm done here. I like those Christmas lights. Those are nice. Diana was asking you something. Where was Little Sim causing you trouble in the chat? It was. Yeah, again, and I gave him another chance. It's just I didn't unblock him. I don't know who did. It was not me though. This still must have been made during Christmas because there's a lot of Christmas decorations in this movie and lights. Ouch. Tasered. Yeah, don't tase me, bro. Yeah, they're sleeping next to each other. Are you stunned that Emma Watson is a much better actress than Kristen Stewart? Yeah, but they were born around the same time. Yeah, but it says Kristen Stewart does in every interview. I saw her at the Oscars in the red carpet, and I'm like, why? Why was she going It's just she does that in every interview. You're of course going to watch Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yes, I'm seeing it on Thursday night. No spoilers. I'm not going to be on Facebook or YouTube that day. I'm not going to see any spoilers. He knows John Avenger fan. Oof. Yeah, here we go. This is the third act. Hmm. At least Bruce Willis is not asleep in this movie. And yeah, this is when his brain was still functioning. It wasn't until after he did like G.I. Joe Retaliation that he was just out of it. And you could tell. Now we know why. All I told Little Sim was you didn't care if Little Sim came back to the commentary. No, it's just I don't want to. I don't want to hear it. He's a kid. What does he know? What does he know about being subtle? He doesn't. Talking about things that I don't care about. It's live commentaries, not life. Today, A24 released a trailer for Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, which is the first animated film, although it's stop motion. Yeah, I don't care. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. At least in the second one, Mary Louise Parker does more in the film. She's not just yeah, that hair. What did Little Sim say that you didn't want to hear? No, it's just saying that you're being nice to these guys and not me. I'm like, yeah, you're a kiddo. Yeah, this is the twist that you don't see coming. Well, I didn't see it coming. I thought Carl Urban was a villain in this movie, but he's not. He gave him the key. See, I did not see this coming. I was like, wow, a twist. Oh, yep, there it is. An F bomb in a PG-13 movie. It exists. If you see this on TV, no, it's edited. They just bleep it out. He says, "Screw you." Okay, guys, not to be rude, but what can you not talk about Little Sim in every on the podcast? Yeah, don't talk about him. In the next one, if you talk about him, you're going to be put on a timeout. Just to let you know. Yeah, this twist, I did not see it coming. It's a twist that even Shyamalan will be like, "Oh, that's actually kind of clever," instead of just making the whole thing a joke. Like, oh, it was the plants, or Bruce Willis was dead the whole time, which is one of the only twists he did that actually worked. Or Split is in the same universe as Unbreakable, even though that didn't work with Glass because Bruce Willis was just out of it by then. And now we know it wasn't him being lazy, it was just brain damage. Here he actually can function. Him doing this is because I get why now. Why wasn't Casey Undercover on DVD? I already answered the question because Disney is lazy. That's why. Disney didn't release any of their shows on DVD after like Austin and Alley. That's why we don't have uh, any of their shows now. Like what was it, Gabby and the Unsittables and all that? Yeah, they're not on DVD because everything is on digital now. Yeah, I do want to get pancakes. I hope IHOP is going to have a new. I think Brian Cox is in the sequel as well, but he's barely in it though. I guess Bruce Willis in the Lego Movie 2 was forced, yeah, because he was out of it. So that cameo just didn't make me laugh. He's just playing John McClane as a Lego. Yeah, it is. What's your thoughts on the Nickelodeon show The Thundermans? I never watched it. Hmm. You're so John Hawkins like what? And that's red, guys. See, that was fun. An hour and 45 minutes, under 2 hours. It's easy to get through. Yeah, this is a post-credit scene because a DC movie and everything. This was fun. I'm glad I got to rewatch this. It's been a while. Greetings from Moldova. Yeah, that's the end of Red. So have a nice day. Yep, I will. That's it. And done. So we got another commentary done. The next one, don't talk about Little Sims. If you do, you're going to be put in timeout or blocked. I'm not kidding. He's a kiddo. He shouldn't be on this channel. But anyway, that was Red. We'll get to Red 2 eventually. I really enjoy this film. It's funny. It's got a lot of heart. Good actors. Let's not talk about those. Exactly. Like, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Voldemort. We don't talk about him. That's or Bentos here. Because, like I said, when I do Sonic 2, I'm going to see that in the theater and give you a review on it. So if you have not seen Red, watch it. It's worth your time. It's a good action movie from 2010. We don't get enough of these anymore, especially during the pandemic. So treasure every moment, man, because life is a gift. Shouldn't be wasted. So every second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year, treasure it, because you never know when it's going to be over. So thanks for watching my review on my commentary, on Red. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. Yeah. Talk about